The first style that you might want to choose is to use a backplane on which to base your silhouette. So you might want to basically have a rectangular backplane on which to create your image, which will glow differently depending on how you do this. So basically I'm going to start by creating the backplane, and then I'll show you how I create my image on top of that backplane. So I'm going to start by going construct and going with a mid-plane construction. The mid-plane construction means that I can put a plane around here. So I'm going to click on this one, and then I'm going to turn around and click on this one. That's created a mid-plane. I could use this one, but if you haven't quite done it right, this mid-plane will get it perfect. So I'm now going to click on OK. It's actually created this construction plane here, which I can turn on and off. Click on this triangle to open it out and turn it on and off. I'm going to leave it on for the time being because I'm going to draw a rectangle on that construction plane. Now I just did that wrong, so I need to press Command Z to take that back and draw that again. Now I've chosen the correct construction plane, I can click on it. I'm basically going to draw a rectangle that starts at one corner, goes across the 48 millimeters and goes up 60. So I need to go up 60 millimeters up, and I'm going to press Tab, and I'm going to go 48 millimeters across and hit Enter. And you can see now that I've created a rectangle that sits up in the air. If I hit Stop Sketch now, I've created that plane, and you can see there that I've got a rectangle sitting there. I'm now going to go Modify, and I'm going to modify it in a special way that we haven't seen before. I'm going to select the plane, and I'm going to choose the direction to be symmetric. Now if I pull it out 4 millimeters, it's going to pull out 4 millimeters on both sides, and that's exactly what I want. I'm now going to make sure it's on Join and press OK. That is going to be my lamp that's going to glow. Before I go too much further, I'm going to see that it's lined up nicely there. So I'm going to basically create a sketch of the center circle diameter inside these two particular holes here of 6 millimeters, and a circle in here of also 6 millimeters. So you can see that I've got two circles in there. I'm going to hit Stop Sketch, and I'm basically going to press Modify, click on those two holes, and drag those up quite a long way. Now that's going to create some holes in there. I'm not going to go the whole way to the top, that are going to let the light travel through a little bit more. And I'm going to press OK. You can't see those holes, but you have to trust me that they are there. So I'm now going to basically put my sketch on top of this surface and pull it in and out accordingly. So I'm going to press on Insert, and I'm going to attach a canvas. I've already got an image selected, so I'm going to select my face. I'm going to put the image on, and I'm going to select my image. My image is on the desktop, and it's called Duck. I'm going to click on Open. You'll see it's now rotated the wrong way, so I'm going to rotate that round 90 degrees. You can see it's now too big. I'm going to press this little sort of bent line here, this little curve, and scroll it in until it's the right size. I can still move it around by playing around with that, and I'm going to press on OK once I've got it how I want. I'm then going to spend some time with my sketch tools drawing a sketch. My most likely tool I'm going to use is the Fit Point Spline tool. I'm going to draw it on this surface, and I'm going to start working my way around my duck until I get it roughly how I want it. And you can see that if you probably need to zoom in at certain points, but the less number of clicks you do for this, the better. Now you need see I'm not actually doing it perfectly, and if I want a corner, I'm going to press tick, and then I'm going to continue it on here. I'm going to press tick, and then I'm going to continue it on around there. And the objective is this is not to be perfect. The objective of this is to be as close as possible. I'm not going to do that very bit out there just to save time. And now that I've got it done, I should have a closed shape. And I'm going to hit stop sketch. You can now see that I can hover over the duck, and I can maybe modify that by pulling it out by maybe 1 or 2 millimeters. I'm just going to choose 1 millimeter at this point in time. You can use different heights to set different sizes, but you can see there how you can get that shape. Once I'm finished with that canvas, I can open up with the triangle and turn the duck off. And you can see there that I've got my shape. I might want to put it, for example, an eye on my duck. Stop sketch and press Q and bring that out another millimeter. I might want to put a wing down here, so I'm going to create a sketch. I'm going to create a spline tool, and I might want to create a wing down here. And to do the wing, I might want to just go like so, around like this. And remember, I've got to actually create my wing such that it's actually, this is not a very good one. I usually spend a lot more time on this. Hit stop sketch, and I might want to actually push that in, Q, push that in, modify that in, maybe 1 millimeter. So yeah, you can see that I've got that sketch happening. Obviously you want to spend a lot more time doing this. I might want to put some waves in, some reeds in, put some text across the top to explain what it is, but that is how you do the background one. Another thing I might want to do is just to go modify and fill it, and just put a very subtle round on these edges just to make it a little bit nicer. And that's how I would do the background or a backplane image.